Good morning. My name is Alan Schultze. I'm the Deputy Operations Trainee with California Incident Management Team 10. And I'm here to give you your morning update for the Pack Trail fire. We'll start out over here in Branch 5 on the western side. Our West Structure Group has been working in here for about a week, implementing structural protection and point protection for values at risk in the Vermont River drainage. And they'll continue to do that for the next near seeable future. Moving up into Division Lima remains unstaffed. Saw a little bit of fire growth in this area yesterday. And we'll keep monitoring that and making sure it's not going to pose a threat. Coming around into Division Mike along the Flagstaff Road and Division Bravo in the upper 26 corridor, things remain fairly static. Got a few interior smokes in some of those areas, but not posing a threat. And, so we're continuing to monitor those as needed. Moving down into Division Delta, yesterday they decided to hold off on the burning conditions, or the burning yesterday due to conditions. Today they're looking at picking that back up, about 40 acres right in this area, just to secure the 540 road a little bit better. And everything is planned, and they're definitely taking their time making sure that conditions are right before we implement that. Moving up, they did get a shaded fuel break built all the way up to Palom Lake, and are continuing to improve that and tie it into some rocks, screes up underneath Lava Mountain in that area. And hopefully that natural barrier and our shaded fuel break will be kind of our new primary plan for checking this fire up and not impacting anything more to the north. Moving around into the East Structure Group. Yesterday they were working around the Union Pass area. Continue to do some improvements in there today. However, we're going to come back up here into the Brooks Lake area and start cleaning up a lot of supplies that have been out there and bringing that back. And I'll talk about the reason why here in a minute. Moving around into Division India. Yesterday, crews were anticipating trying to burn a little piece out in here. However, we are looking at some different strategies. Yesterday, we had a little bit of fire activity come out of the old Purdy Fire burn scar, and kind of made a little push up into here. So we decided to hold off and make sure we had a good plan in that area to hold that should it want to push our confinement line. Moving down into Division Juliet, crews were able to get in here in a fairly open timber stand where it was safe to do so, and check up the fire's edge. And we'll continue to work on that action and actually try and get a little bit of a containment direct on the fire's edge in this area to protect those values at risk to the south and to keep it off of the Union Pass Road. Coming around into the old guard station in Division Kilo. Last night, reports about 2 a.m. we had some increased fire activity. Fire was burning in the sage, and then it had moved down towards that area but had not impacted it. And we're maintaining resources in there to make sure that it stays protected should that fire move into there and impact that in Park Creek today. We'll be utilizing aircraft in that area to keep that southwesterly progression in check. Also moving up here into the upper end of Kilo, that's where we saw most of the fire activity, major fire activity yesterday. It backed down into Trail Creek and reverse slope and came back up to the ridge line in between Trail Creek and Bacon Creek here. And that's where you saw the increased smoke from yesterday. That's the operational update, and I will go ahead and go to the next map, and I want to update you guys on some of our evacuation orders that we've lessened. So right now we were in a go status for the Brooks Lake Lodge and the Pinnacle Cabins and the Falls Campground area. Today we are releasing that back to a set status. So the residents that live in those areas can return to their homes. We are keeping the Lava Mountain Lodge and the Triangle Sea and Lava Mountain Ranch, as well as the old McKenzie Highland Ranch, in a go status right now, just because it's vicinity to where we're talking about burning out those 40 acres and getting that nice and secure. as soon as we feel safe about that, we'll be moving that back to a set. Also out here in the Donora Ranch, or the Donora Road corridor, we went from set status back to ready, and so residents can go back into there as they need to as well without any issues. That's as long as, and as well as the Long Creek area, we moved that from go back to set, excuse me. Thank you. That's all I have.